Hi guys, what is up? It is me, Rahul here. Yes, you might be thinking to yourselves, how in the flying F word are you playing the San Jose Sharks in a regular season game? Let me explain something. So, I accidentally deleted the save file for this particular franchise. And Ray Bouquet scores a goal. So, And as you see, we're playing the San Jose Sharks. Now, the thing is, Clinical Save Warriors. I could have. Let's just be real here. I could have played the San Jose Sharks. Here is the problem. Like I said before, I basically deleted the save file for it. However, I had a backup file. And I went back. I had to get everything correct until the final regular season game. Now, here's just what this means. Okay. I know I've been talking about like an exhibition tour. As you see, we scored a goal, but then I realized how frustrated I was. I didn't even play the Las Vegas Golden Knights in the redo of everything. And I felt so pissed off. I looked at my footage on YouTube. I realized that I realized that that exhibition tour is gonna happen, but I'm only gonna be doing I'm gonna be doing the Boston Bruins Alumni against the Vegas Golden against each other, and that's just gonna it's gonna have to be like that. That's gonna be it. I know I talked about certain teams, like the All Eastern Conference All Stars, the Western Conference All Stars, the All Grit, the All Time team. Now thinking about it when I am recording this video now, such a terrible idea. Now you may be thinking to yourselves, Raul, why did you do this? And I'm like, it was a mistake. I tried thinking of different ways, but then because I tried season mode, that didn't work out. I didn't want to do a custom league because that would just ruin the entirety of the purpose of the whole series, and I would literally have to figure out which games I played, and those games would be offset of each other. And that's what happened in the redo. Some of them were like, I didn't play this team in the recording, but I had to get specific record. And a lot of times, those specific records, I had to like rage quit, literally rage quit, in order to get the W. I was being a sore loser. I just felt like it was all my fault. And we're up 5 goals, 5-goal differential. That I have to be like, okay, let's do this. So, another thing I have to say is that I did record a Seattle Kraken gameplay. Willie O'Reilly actually scored a hat trick. Here's the thing. I did record a Seattle Kraken gameplay, and that will also tie in with the rest of the series. So this will be the next episode, along with the Florida Panthers gameplay, that I'm going to attach onto this, instead of making it separate ones, because I realized this has to be done justice. And as you see on the schedule is Montreal. Don't worry about that. The next episode, this in the continuation of this video, it's gonna be the Florida Panthers alumni. So this alumni, after the season is over with the playoffs and everything, I will make sure that I bring the. Okay, I know the audio is misplaced. I was thinking to myself that earlier when I was recording this and everything, I thought I lost the Florida Panthers footage. Then I realized, I have it, so you guys are gonna see it. No exhibition tour or anything like that. Because previously I thought we had to go to an exhibition tour. Now, the Vegas Golden Knights are going to have it. The Las Vegas Golden Knights, not Vegas Golden Knights. The Quebec Nordiques, okay. As of right this moment, they're currently they're in contention with us. However, I'm somewhat optimistic that if we can face them in the playoffs, because Quebec is pretty good, then I won't do an exhibition game with them. If I don't face them, instead maybe face Toronto, or Toronto, or we get eliminated from playoff contention, which I won't let that happen, then I will do an exhibition game with Quebec after the playoffs and everything. So you guys are going to be getting this the Florida Panthers game in this video, which makes, oh my god, sorry for the mic. I'm recording off headset. You're getting the Florida Panthers game this video. Stay tuned. Alright, we're here with the Florida Panthers alumni team. And surprise, surprise, for anybody who doesn't understand why it's like kind of running fast and everything, it's because like I wanted to. It's like 5-minute periods, rookie difficulty, competitive style, which I found out to be that's the best way it works with my way of playing the game. And they have Jay Bowmeister. So yes, I talked about this before in different videos, but there are duplicate players, and that was a good one-timer goal by Adam Oates. So and I've talked about this before, Bobby Orr is not in the game for the alumni team, including the Chicago Blackhawks, which I found out to be a surprise. And yeah, that happened. And a weird pause. Sorry. The odd thing about this certain team is that the Florida Panthers only made it to the Stanley Cup one time, and they lost to the Colorado Avalanche. And I told about that story before. Colorado was originally the Quebec Nordiques. Quebec turned into Colorado. Colorado then won a Stanley Cup in their first ever season with the Patrick Roy trade in season, and the rest is history. They have so far won 3 Stanley after the first Stanley Cup in the first season of play of the Colorado Avalanche. They have won 2 Stanley Cups since. One in the 2002, if I'm not mistaken. and 2022 against the Tampa Bay Lightning. And Corey Perry is on a very terrible streak because he has been with every single Stanley Cup team. The Dallas Stars, the Montreal Canadiens, and the Tampa Bay Lightning. All three of them lost. And guess the first two lost to the Tampa Bay Lightning, and the Tampa Bay Lightning lost to the Colorado Avalanche. You can't make that stuff up. If you can't beat them, join them. Well, Corey Perry, my friend, you were terrible. The thing is, he's an Anaheim Duck legend, not Mighty Ducks of Anaheim legend. I'm not even going to refer to the Ducks as that, because that's such a terrible name. Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. That, my friends, is such a terrible name. I could literally throw up right now. Anyway. So, focusing on the game, 2-0, the Florida Panthers with Jay Bouwmeester. I don't know much of the Florida Panthers alumni because I didn't do much research about the Hall of Famers that are Florida Panthers and the retired numbers who are Florida Panthers. The Florida Panthers that, the team, the Florida Panthers, retired the numbers. I'm not, familiar with that. I'm more familiar with, guys like Gordie Howe, Maurice Richard. Like, the Montreal Canadiens, they have a plethora, and I'm going to mention this, they have a plethora of, Hall of Famers already. Yep, so you can literally think about how many Hall of Famers are there for the Montreal Canadiens alone. Why? Because of the original six. After the original six was started, the Montreal Canadiens dominated for most of that time. And that's just how it was until the next six was formed. And even though the Montreal Canadiens dominated in the 70s, late 60s, early 70s, that was a problem. Eventually, the Montreal Canadiens, with more teams adding more high-end talent, everything, the Montreal Canadiens eventually failed. Even though they are a rival to the Boston Bruins, my favorite team as a Bostonian, I have to root for the Boston Bruins. The Montreal Canadiens, literally, they're terrible. They're literally terrible. And during the COVID pandemic year, they got so lucky because they were in the North Division with all the Canadian teams. To put it more into your face, guys, for the viewers who are watching, they defeated the Vegas Golden Knights to their first Stanley Cup appearance since the 90s. Since the 90s. And they couldn't even defeat the Tampa Bay Lightning. Here is what I don't understand. I won't get into the duplicate players or the alumni teams or certain team histories. Here's what I'm gonna say. Florida Panthers, they're good. They came out of nowhere this last season, won the President's Trophy, only to lose in the second round in the Battle of Florida, let's put it that, against the Tampa Bay Lightning. My issue with this is that eventually, and I don't know why I'm saying this, Eventually, there's gonna have to come a time where the NHL literally has to revamp its divisions. You might be thinking, why in the heck would you think that? Well, for my custom league that's gonna come up, you're gonna absolutely think why I did this. There's a reason for it. Number 1, Florida Panthers and Tampa Bay Lightning and Detroit are not geographically aligned with the rest of the Atlantic Division. Boston Bruins, Montreal Canadiens, Toronto Maple Leafs, the Ottawa Senators. Oh good lord. Okay. You know what? This is why I pause. And this is what makes me pissed off, is because most of the time you just forget. And this is why I say I forget sometimes. I understand that a lot of people like the NHL. I get that, but come on. For a video game like this, come on. So let me preface this, okay? The teams. Buffalo. Boston, Buffalo, Detroit, Florida, Montreal, Ottawa, Tampa Bay, and Toronto. Yep, they scored a goal. Oh my god, sorry for not commenting. Most of these videos, I talk about random stuff that are related. Garpenlov scored a goal, the first goal for the Florida Panthers. Yay! Okay. For the Buffalo Sabres, Florida Panthers, Tampa Bay Lightning, and Detroit Red Wings. They are not geographically able to be in there. That is why in this particular one, I had to switch, Detroit, I had to Bay, I even had to out, Florida. I even had to kick out Florida from this division, from the Atlantic Division. The Metropolitan looks very different. We still kept, Detroit, hold on. I have to look at this. And sorry if I'm not commentating, it's just me. And yes, we got a power play. A delayed penalty. It's a power play, it's 2 minutes. So, in the Atlantic Division, there's Boston, Toronto, Quebec, Montreal, Hartford, New York, Rangers. I have to preface this, the Rangers, the Buffalo Sabres, and Ottawa Senators. Now, for the Metropolitan Division, we have Philadelphia, the New York Islanders, the Washington Capitals, the Pittsburgh Penguins, the Tampa Bay Lightning, the New Jersey Devils, the Columbus Blue Jackets, and the Florida Panthers. Guys, you can't make that stuff up. I literally had to, for this alumni franchise, I didn't want to, I had to realign because for geographic purposes. That's just me. So, in the Central Division, we have St. Louis, Detroit, Chicago, Arizona, Minnesota North Stars, Winnipeg Jets, Nashville Predators, and the Minnesota Wild. By the way, this is just prefacing this is just the alumni teams, not actual teams. Then for the Pacific Division, Edmonton, LA Kings, Vancouver Canucks, San Jose Sharks, Calgary Flames, Las Vegas Golden Knights, Seattle Kraken, and the Anaheim Ducks. So, basically, the Pacific Division was normal. It's just the central, how do I put this? The metropolitan, and the Atlantic divisions were needed of, like, something. And, yeah, it's a 5-on-3, by the way. In this game, I, like, committed 2 penalties and 1. I literally don't know why I did that in that 5-on-3, because 5-on-3s, back in NHL 19, I was like, okay, I could do this, but then I realized I couldn't, because NHL 23, I would not do that because of the fact that I didn't like it at all. I was not a fan of it. I liked the game a lot, so, and the game was good. This game is good, but be a pro, everything, like, and you can choose, like, archetypes and stuff like that. It's just, yeah, Neil Wenbacks. Is that how you say his name? He scored a goal out of nowhere. Neil Wendix. Okay, yeah, Wendix. Yeah, he scored a goal. The second goal for the Florida Panthers, 3-2. If you want to know, like, what I personally do, like, just do at default settings. I understand for, like, custom sliders and stuff like that. It's just, I play rookie on competitive gameplay. I am gonna potentially, once we make it to the playoffs, I am gonna be, like, making custom, not custom sliders, but upping into pro difficulty, because of the fact, upping the difficulty because I want competitive gameplay, stuff like that, and I want to be able to, like, have real gameplay. I know that sounds like a little bit awkward, but rookie competitive it sounds really fun to me, because I'm able to play, I'm able to somehow actually get realistic gameplay instead of, like, and Shepard, Ray Shepard, scores the game time goal. Like, I remember back in NHL 19, my Be a Pro series, I accidentally didn't record, and I forgot so bad that I figured that one game should be just considered that Stanley Cup win, even though even though it doesn't even make any sense. I understand that it is what it is. So the series I'm actually talking about is where is it? Oh my god. Yeah, so NHL 19, Be a Pro. Yeah. 4-3. Yes, I missed another goal. It is Simmer. Yes, this team was crippled with injuries to the point where we had to get guys from the AHL, which I didn't even know about, and Willie O'Ree was... Yeah, Willie O'Ree was Willie O'Ree. So, the issue was with the Boston Bruins, and I'm actually gonna let you guys know on this. I didn't really know about the playoffs or anything. So, like, because I didn't play against the Tampa Bay Lightning, and we lost that round, and Apparently, we lost to the Tampa Bay Lightning in 6, which is surprising. And I'm still trying to score one-timers. I'm still trying to score one-timers as if it's like NHL 19. Oh wait, I was new to it. So then I switched teams to Toronto, and I faced off against the Winnipeg Jets, which was very awkward to say the least, and I have to say, we were actually doing really good, and I figured that, like, you know, we were doing so good that I just won the Stanley Cup off video. Then I realized it was time, and I was playing a lot of Be a Pro. I then realized that after 40 episodes, it was kind of over. So, and I did explain it in those videos, by the way. So, I actually will leave a playlist down below for this Be a Pro series, because Be a Pro back in NHL 19 for me was one of the best experiences ever. Because, like, I understand it didn't get many views, as, you know, I'm a small YouTuber. However, it helped me, like, look at, like, my NBA, like, 2K and my career and stuff like that. Hodge Sr. scores a goal, and it made me look at, like, Madden career mode. It made me look at those games and be like, you know what? I choose Be a Pro. I would choose Be a Pro any day of the week. By the way, I know I'm more diversified, and I did not play the MLB The Show's Road to the Show series. However, I will say the Be a Pro series is one of the best series. In terms of, like, individual careers, I did Be a Pro. I did do Face of the Franchise and a QB1 mode. Then I did the Randall Cunningham career mode. There was Night Train Lane footage, if you ever saw that. I did delete those videos because those were cringe, and I could not play corner for my life. And also, another thing, they didn't have the, what was it, like, the camera where you could, like, face. So, like, in these gameplays that you see, I could, like, face, you know. And yes, this is gonna be over 30 minutes. As you see right here, like, if you see what I do, I'm more of a defensive guy, and when it comes to, like, when I get the puck, I'm like fast. When it comes to, like, to the puck, I pass a lot. I do, like, a lot of dekes. I'm been learning to do, like, certain moves, and stuff like that to try to, like, become competitive. Although the weird part would be is that All-Star, Superstar difficulty, I would get worked. I would get destroyed. And so as you see, like, I take, like, shots here and there, so that way, like, I just try something and see if it works. Then I look at, like, stuff like this, and then I'm like, stupid me. Like, I play the games, it's just, depending on who the opponent is, so, like, if it's Montreal Canadiens, I have to realize that they have a stacked squad. They have Maurice Richard, they have Jacques Plante, and Patrick Roy. I have to realize that they have tons of X Factors, and I also have to realize that they are the best team in they're the most stacked team, along with the Detroit Red Wings. So that's how I do it, and I just play for fun. Honestly, I am not a professional guy. I would turn professional if it was the last thing I did, and I would join a face clan because of it. So, by the way, this kind of gameplay I like because it's like good. I do certain passes, I do certain shots, I do hits like that because, like, you know, gameplay. And it makes me, like, have fun in the game. The game is so much fun. The game makes sense. It's worth it. And I have fun filming it. Like, you film, like, not film. Fun playing it. It actually makes sense to me, personally, that, it is what it is. And I initiate fights because back in NHL 19, you couldn't initiate a fight how you do now. Back then, you could, hit the puck into the net after the whistle is blown for offsides, and you get into an automatic fight, or the fight is initiated, and then you can do the fight. Now it's like, you rarely get fights. I try to do like why sometimes to make the game entertaining. You can't even get that. And I'm sorry, Jambo Meester. I got into a fight with Jambo Meester. So like when the fight initiates, another guy comes in and just does it for, if A initiates with B, then C would go in for A, if that makes sense. And the goalie is just saving the puck. My god. CPU, oh my god. And certain, like, face-offs I do. Like, for example, I use the right analog stick to go backwards. I use the left analog stick to go forward, which means there's a fight for the puck, and the left and right wing fight for it. Left and right wings fight for it, along with the centers at face-off. And it's lower skill or higher skill, depending on how you see it. And, I try these tactics to win the game, even if I'm exploiting a broken game. It's empty net. This game, is, yeah, I try to get a goalie goal. I don't know why I get a goalie goal. I want one so bad. I know it's possible, okay? Here's the thing. For an empty net goalie goal, that's possible. However, you can do goalie goals for, like, a certain amount of sorts. So, you can't, okay, so you see that? Yeah, it doesn't, like, alert the goalie to get the puck and to do the goal. And once you're called offsides, the 6-on-5 stops. Actually, see, yeah. Now, unless it's, like, icing, then it's different. However, it's offsides, then, yeah, so, you guys, thank you all so much for watching. Y'all are legends in my book, as well as for me. I will see y'all in the next one. And peace.